What is the latest in terms of the fight to shut down specifically your book and how you are fighting back? Break it down for us.
Well, this began last Christmas, where I wrote a book called As You Grow, teaching kids about the value of biblical wisdom and learning the fruit of the Spirit, love, kindness. And now my new book is out called Pride Comes Before the Fall. It released June 1st, the first day of the so-called Pride Month, and it teaches kids the value of humility, that pride is not a good thing. In fact, pride is the deadliest of the 7 deadly sins. I call it the pregnant mother that gives birth to every form of evil. And we want kids to be humble and kind. So that book came out, and we went to San Francisco and then Seattle, Washington, and we were welcomed by the public library in Seattle. Also, we had some protesters there. And this is really bringing light to the culture war that we have been in for a while, that many are just waking up to, that you've been telling us about for a while. And there's a guy with a great sign. Kirk, you're growing into a real pain. I got to give him an A for arts and crafts. That's
pretty good. You got to admit, that's pretty good.
You got to admit. I mean, I wanted to hang out and go have a beer with that guy or something, and have him actually read my book. He probably would have liked it.
That's actually hilarious. Yeah, I always say I don't always agree with the protesters, but if they're clever, come on, I'll give you some credit. That was
let's go, bro. Let's exactly. Give you a high five. And I would like to just point out that while I don't high five the ideas of the trans movement or a lot of the leftist movements, what we can do is we can say, you know what? They're leading by example. Here we are as conservatives. Here we are as constitutionalists. Here we are people who love the values of Western civilization. However, we've done a very poor job. We have a very poor ground game, and we have for decades. And if you look at a small minority group of people and look at how they have been salt and light, their version of salt and light in a culture to transform it, they're getting out of their little huddles, and they're, not just staying in the gay bars, they're going into public schools, libraries, education, business, tech, government, everything else, and then redefining marriage and family. Hey, folks, that's what we should have been doing for the last 50 years. And because of our neglect, we now have a mess on our hands.